Dearest beloved divine friends and families, brothers and sisters in Guyana, the Caribbean, the diaspora, and around the world, welcome to this, In the Raw, RK's Guyana Free Media, and I'm your host, Haji Dr. Ocean Khan. Beloved friends and families, the heat continues, the name calling, the threats, the manipulation, the tricks, the attempt to destroy, the attempt to destabilize the country, the attempt to make and create difficulties in our land and in our country continues, beloved divine friends and families. The lack of cooperation and coordination, but I'm happy that today the opposition leader and party that they decided to attend the Parliament of Guyana with the intention of participating. I want to compliment Mr. Harmon, opposition leader, his parliamentarians, and generally the People's National Congress in particular. And, technically all the seats on the opposition belongs to the PNC, but they've given some of the seats to the AFC. That is very interesting and intriguing, I must say, that they were very kind. But the point I want to get to is that this is a recording in the raw, and I'm happy that they are in Parliament earning their keep, paying for the facilities and the perks that they are enjoying. But the people of Guyana deserves, our people truly deserve an opposition. You were voted for as an opposition by the people, and it's the will of God given to you through the will of the people to be the opposition. So do your work, please. It's not a good thing to leave everything to a government in power, because government without an opposition could be a very serious disaster, because they could get away with anything they want. We need an opposition. So thank you, Mr. Harmon, and your party. Ladies and gentlemen, as you're aware, we have had some difficulties, and because I shared a few words for the people who are being beaten and targeted in Maikoni, in particular, Bath settlement, brutalized and murdered, incidentally, who are of Indo-Guyanese descent, whereby Indians couldn't pass the corridor. And I'm not speaking because I'm Indian. I'm speaking because I'm a Guyanese, and that is wrong. What is amazing is that those who are beating, murdering, raping, and they were rapes. 2 young ladies, 16 years of age, were raped. But they don't want you to talk about it, but because particularly Indo-Guyanese people in particular don't like to be exposed as rape victims, because the culture will not allow them to move along safely into the future with decency and disrespect, because they will be targeted as rape victims. You can't blame them. It's one of the sad realities. Many women, not only of Indo-Guyanese descent, but others as well, and people around the world sometimes don't want all of that attention on them and the humiliation that they have to go through. And so it's sad and it's unfortunate. People don't want you to talk about it. I can't say, but I said it, but they don't want you to say Indians in Bobis, Indians in West Coast Bobis. If you feel threatened, form protection groups, equip yourselves with a baton a piece of wood about this size, and sticks, and a piece of stick to help to protect yourself. And for some people, that is wrong. I also said, which is an Islamic concept, you have a right to defend yourself. Protect the minorities in your community, but do not be the aggressors. Where is the problem there that Mr. Harmon had to come out and try to destroy or decimate me? Instead is decimating him. But I understand the reason why he's doing that is to take the flack out away from him, to get some attention on me. But till now, he has not said the rapes, the beatings, the murderings, the burnings, and the arson are wrong. Till now, he has not said that. But he has said, let no one tell you that what you're doing is wrong. And you shall form your protection or defensive group, because you cannot depend upon the authorities or the police to protect you. And don't let it, and your response was right. Apparently, sadly, that came from Mr. Granger too. I'm very disappointed, because for a former president to say something like that your response is right when people are being burnt and killed. And because of saying this, they think somehow or the other that I'm a PPP. Well, show me where I associate with the PPP. Show me where I associate closely with any political entity. I have friends everywhere. And I have had some of the best friends in the APNU and the AFC. I have a few friends in the PPP. The URP boss is my friend. Lennox Schumann is my friend. TNM, I don't know them personally, but I met some of them. Everybody my friend. Once you live and you breathe and you're a good human being, you are my friend. Now, as a result of that and the condemnation, and they try to destroy me, and they put their trolls, they're good in that, you know. They had a lot of that at the Ministry of the Presidency. Trolls, who they try to destroy their business, their life, to affect and disaffect. Right? To send messages all over the place, to write the Islamic community and things. When the Islamic community know that we have to stand for what is right. Quran tells us, fight. Fight those who fight against you, but do not exceed the limits. If they incline to peace, so should you incline to peace. The entire Bhagavad Gita is replete in cases of war where there had to be defense and battle. You have to defend yourself. The Holy Bible, well, don't talk about that when it comes to war. Even Jesus Christ, peace and blessings of God be upon him, because we love him and we honor him, too, as all the prophets and all the teachers and all the seers throughout the world from time immemorial. When he asked Peter and the others, as they were going to the Garden of Gethsemane, how many weapons or swords they have, and he told them to sell their robes and get their weapons for defense purposes. Ladies and gentlemen, friends and family, I'm a lover of all the people. I'm a lover of Indo-Guyanese people, Afro-Guyanese people, and Afro-Guyanese people more than others. Indigenous, because I grew up amongst them in Upper Quarantine, the Oriana region area. I respect and love every human being deeply from my heart, and Afro-Guyanese more, because they were my teachers, my masters. As I grew up with children, an Afro-Guyanese man helped to save my family from starvation during the 60s strikes and the madness that took place at that time when I was a little boy. So Afro-Guyanese play a very important role in my life. And if I am prejudiced for anybody, it is usually for Afro-Guyanese. But I am not a prejudiced man. I will give Jack his jacket, and I will be fair to every citizen and everyone that I know, but I will always have to stand for right, even if Mr. Harmon You have to do whatever you have to do with your trolls locally and internationally to disaffect me and my life. You tried to destroy my business, Mr. Harmon. Look at what you did to me in the first 3 months of your governance in 2015. I still lived. I still didn't curse you. I still am not cursing you. But I think somewhere in that hard chest and that hard head and that hard mind, there is a ray of hope, a ray of goodness, a ray of true humanity in there. That even if people disagree with you, that is their democratic human right embellished in Guyana and around the world. So, friends and families, I want to tell you that I published an article in today's September the 14th Chronicle was published. I hope the others will carry it as well, because it's a very decent article but a bit lengthy, and so I want to read that to you. So today, at this point, this is the introduction. You'll get a part, which is part 1, part 2, and part 3, because it's a bit lengthy. And I don't want my recording to pass 15 minutes. Otherwise, it starts to have difficulty. So you will see this in 3 parts. Please have patience, please wait. And I don't know, maybe at the end, my secretary or coordinator of my secretariat and the controller of this will decide to give you one of my relaxing songs that I am a practitioner. I try to practice and have some fun and to share some joy and so on. And I wish to state at this time, as I go on, that I, Haji Dr. Roshan Khan, that I speak for no organization or commission or institution that I'm associated with. These words are my own and does not reflect anything, even though I might mention them, the ERC or any other institution. It has nothing to do with those institutions, my friends and families. And there will be a disclaimer posted on everything or product that I produce. So I will end here at this time with part 1, so I could actually start with the article taken from the Chronicle newspapers of today and share it with you in love and joy. And every brother, every sister, of every race, of every religion, you are my love. And while some of you have passion and hate and you disagree with what I say because I was talking about a baton and a piece of stick, so if somebody come to try to hurt you, you got something to keep them afar a little bit. Whatever you do, form your protection group or your policing group. Do not arm yourself with weapons that could hurt, kill, or injure anybody, but something that can keep you at bay a little bit and protect the minorities. Do not be aggressors. And keep away from trouble. If there's trouble, stay in your compound, stay in your homes, and have a system by which you could raise an alarm. A loud hailer system alarm, or knock empty cans or pots to draw attention. This is a free security advice. A lot of people must understand also that I am a security specialist and provider and consultant. Simple advice like that, people ask me and they pay me for. And I'm giving it free because of the crisis. I never said to hurt anybody. I said don't be aggressors, but still they're trying to make this a big thing. This article that I'm going to read to you, most likely in 2 parts, will give you an idea. So prepare yourself, friends and family. Ladies and gentlemen, call your friends, call your families, share this, invite others. And it will be also placed on YouTube very soon. And this will be on RK's Guyana Free Media, in the raw, on Facebook and YouTube. Sincerely, Roshan Khan, but keep waiting, don't leave, please.